Alright, as soon as this all gets loaded up, we'll get started here. Excited, excited, excited. I am going to be doing this video over top of my editing software. So I'll be pausing it and stopping it and all that. So I really like that. So what we're getting into is I am getting the map and I can get inside. But the thing about it is, usually with these map build episodes, like when I was doing it for TNT or J&J or Cazz or somebody like that, or whoever I was doing it for, they would spend quite a bit of time editing and stuff, and then send me a file, and I would let it stack up like about 4 to 6 hours at a time, and yeah, and then I just trim them down, kind of get highlights and stuff like that. But literally, the content with having 3 modders is coming in so fast. I literally don't even, I can't even go inside. If I go inside, then you miss everything that's new. So I'm actually not going to go into the map this time. So I'm going to start off this video with me, Mr. JD. Cazz has been working pretty hard on the house and everything. The Victorian house is in this section here. It's replaced the house that's been used and everything. And I just wanted to say that this little in-game shed, I never was much on it. I did like it after Cazz got a hold of it because he took his doors off and it actually made a functioning shed. He put the repair trigger on it, and he's got in pink. That's for the same thing as what I got with my ribbon and my mom. He's got some family members and friends in his life that he has lost, and he's kind of joining in. And Johnny thought it was a great idea too to start popping in some pink in on the map. And there's some other stuff coming up for cancer awareness and stuff. So we're going to get into this though, and I hope you like the look of the layout of everything. The fence is really nice. You can cut that fence. I will be showing that part in the video. So if you don't like the fence for the driveway and stuff, you can take it out. The only thing I didn't much care anything about on the shed was right here. I actually had a lean-to on my old house, and it fell off. And it had support beams, and it literally just fell off my house. Took out my gutter and a half a dozen other things, and that just wasn't too great. And seeing that there with no corner post or anything like that, I was like, in real life, I would really take that down or something like that. And told Cazz, I really think it needs support. So I got playing around in Microsoft Paint, and I actually did these posts. So I'm not a modder, but I thought, hey, I'm going to put my 2 cents worth in here. And they've all been laughing at me because they keep waiting for me to say post every 5 seconds. But I decided to show that to Cazz and throw it by him. And Cazz likes the in-game Giants version without the post, and I like him with the post. So yeah, I think he's going to come around eventually. I got a little plan in store for him. Actually, we're coming up on it now. It's a little bit hard to hear him in his video, but I'll just kind of give you the gist. It's kind of like, man, JD, I just love you so much. You're the greatest ever. And, I love all the things you think of. And I can't wait to do all this stuff for you. It's kind of like that. It's a little hard to hear him. He's all sick and everything. I kind of passed it around, got everybody sick. But I'm going to play his video for you. He's going to just show you your fences and everything. That is as loud as I can get him. He's going to cut on his fence here to show that it can be cut. I'm so excited. I can't wait for him to see the shed. He's going to love it. Mm-hmm. I think he just likes playing with the chainsaw, really. Oop, that one fell.
Perfect. Then you just go along and do it if you don't want that fence and your hole stuck out in the driveway, Andy. So that's all good.
Oh, he's gonna see my post.
And the hell's this?
Yeah, you like that, Shane?
JDA.
Yeah, I know, man.
Come in and start playing around
What?
with my posts again.
Dude,
But don't like
what are you doing? I thought you loved me, man. Oh, clearly that's not what he said at all at the first of this video, is it? I don't know what's going on then. Dude, that was my post. You taking up my post, man.
Tell him to leave things alone when he thinks he's wants it to like wash and stuff.
I can't watch this. That thing has to have a post now. That's just not natural. Cazz, Cazz, Cazz.
He's gone and done something to this post, so it's a little bit.
Okay. You know, just leave Cazz. Just Cazz. You're having way too much fun with it. Just leave the post. Just seriously, Cazz. Just leave the post there. Seriously, it looks better with the post. Seriously, man. Oh, jeez. That's just wrong. Now look at it. They don't look near as good without the post. Looks like it's gonna fall down, man. Okay. Well, clearly he didn't like my idea too much. I thought he was just all into me, but no, he's a little bit too hung up on Giant's version of his shed. So, oh well, to each their own. But anyway, bring in my man, the Aussie, Perran. Look what he's gone and done for me. He's gone behind Cazz's back and he's put in some more posts. Good job, Perran. Let's stick together, bud. Gotta have those posts. Look how natural that looks. How much better that looks. I ain't worried about sticking everything underneath it now. Nothing's gonna be falling. That's a nice looking post there, Perran. You the man. Tell you right now, that's a nice job. So anyway, here's another contribution from Perran. It's the chickens. So Johnny's playing with all the other animals, but we kind of talked and everything and agreed that, well, it's pretty much plain and simple. Perran just did a great job. If you've seen the original video and stuff, it was pretty cool. And I like the little sign that's on the side there too. So this is a time lapse that he's got going. They're testing it. Also adding water to it, the pipes, so you don't got to be bringing tons of water in. The Victorian house looks beautiful. This is a mod Victorian house. They added a sleep trigger to it, put potted plants around it and everything else. I don't know who the mod author is and stuff, but I'm sure Cazz and them will all include that. Here in a second. I didn't speed this one up. I left this video alone. There's one video that I did speed up though, just to save some time and stuff. So some of this I'm gonna get to watch along with y'all. Here comes the construction equipment. I like how Perran has literally construction equipment all over the yard. And yet the chickens are still there. There's that building without my pose. See, there's just so much. The map gets held by one person, and then it gets edited, and then it gets passed off to the next person. So, time I get it, everybody's fresh, they're ready to go, and they can get a lot done. And it's really making this map fly. But if the map is going to be right, it's still going to be a while before it's going to be here. But hopefully, we're going to have a bunch of behind the scene episodes, including some stuff that's just pretty mind blowing. I have to tell you, it's just some really good work, and I'm loving it. We talked about the chickens being too close to the house, and they painted all that up, got stuff moved around and stuff. There's also some more shrubs and stuff that's been added along by the fence posts and stuff. That's with the pipes done, and then them checking it to make sure it works right. So all good there. And that's the end of that video. Okay, so here's another thing that Cazz done. If you remember these buildings here, they're from FS17. And I do like them. It's one of the first things I sold. So it's just the fact that I just didn't much. I don't ever keep anybody's sheds really. I'm not much fond of the open style sheds and stuff. A lot of people does like them though, but for me, I like clearing them off so I can make room for some old stuff. But they're skinning these things and everything else in the world, so they may have my mind changed a little bit on this. They was actually talking about trying to make the shed top the same color as this, and they asked if anybody had any concerns and stuff, and of course they laughed. I brought up the post. I didn't like the metal post at all, and they was talking about coloring them, and I was talking about taking these wooden beams that was on that building and adding those to it. But this is it, and Perran has scanned them and everything, so it looks a lot better. It's not that blue popping out and everything. That's them now up next to the building. I don't know if they're going to skin the rooftop or not, but it does look a lot better. I was suggesting to take these beams right here and put them in the place of this because I thought it would match up to the building a lot more and stuff. But that brown tint and everything looks pretty nice. So Perran putting his part in. This is from J&J. Johnny's doing something that's just mind blowing for me. I mean, I was all for the free range stuff, especially with the chickens and the sheep. You can go back in my episodes and pull that up. It was something I really wanted, something I was begging for. It just something that I thought just needed to be in the game. But if you notice in these videos here, I've been talking about how actually I said in the last video that this right here, the cuttable fences and everything, I wished it and the kind of no buildings and stuff was all as a placeable, and you can put them down anywhere in any map and stuff that you wanted, kind of like with just typical mod fences and stuff, and then just place this down. But what Johnny has done, I'm just flat out in love with. You got two entrances, so you can swing through here. And if you're familiar with J&J map, the J&J farm map that's coming out here pretty soon, it's on its way up to be checked by Giants to see what it likes being in to be on consoles. And so it's kind of on hold for that right there and that alone. That's the reason why it's not being released yet. There is one more fix that's fixing to come up. But he's done this where he lines up all his triggers right here in the front. And he made them super easy and convenient to get to. But that's not the big part of this. The big part of this is the sheep will walk this whole interior. It ain't no little bitty tiny Giants deal. He has reconfigured all this stuff, this mod, put these trees in it and stuff, gave it a really natural feel inside the field's dimension of the animal placement's dimensions and stuff. which made this whole thing seem right. And I can't stress this enough how much better that is. And here's another view of it. And technically, sheep, except when they're small and stuff, they really don't need a building or anything. That's another reason why I kind of like to have them and stuff. But they're fixing to roam this whole area and around the trees and everything else in the world. They're going to be able to walk through all this. So it makes this whole fenced in area, instead of it being one little bitty tiny spot, one little tiny spot over here for about a section of this square here that's normally just for sheep, it's going to actually be inside the fence, the whole entire fence. And how natural is that? That's just wicked. I love it. So the thing about it is, he shows you how he did it, every inch of how he did it, and I think that's amazing. It's what I want people to see. This is the hog barn placement and stuff. You can see it runs the whole length. And then you got your horses over here and your cattle. So they're all going to be, and this is from his YouTube page. It is sped up. You can slow this down. Go over to the HD symbol on my video and just turn down the speed to about half or whatever that you can actually see it. He does got his settings and everything fixed now, so it is readable. You know where he's at, and you see how he gets his buildings and how he fixes all his stuff and everything. So if you want to put this in on your map, now you're going to know how. So be sure to tell everybody to subscribe to this channel and Johnny's and Cazz, and because we're trying to help educate. I'm trying to learn. We're trying to teach others. We're trying to show people how it's done, so they can just do more for the people that follows them. So that's what I'm saying. The whole effort in this is me begging people to work together, to learn together, to teach each other. Don't be, this is all about me and mine and what I did and everything else. I understand we want to keep our stuff and our ideals safe. People shouldn't be stealing mods and all that, but we're talking about a collaboration of people who's not really been burned or maybe been burned and needs another fresh start, fresh look, and actually pretty good and got something they can teach others and stuff. Here's the opportunity, and just for people to grow and learn. And Johnny's been around for quite a while, much longer than Cazz, and as far as that goes, me as well. And he's had his shares of being burnt and stuff, and now here he is. He's trusting and taking a chance on the public, and he's even said that that's the way it should be. It's the way it used to be, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's all this is for the gamers anyway. I mean, all of us is supposed to be helping the game community and bringing them mods and stuff. So that's my hope and dream. So we'll see. But this behind the building series and all that, that's just part of what I hope that will come. They give a lot of credit to Shy Wizard. I've watched Shy Wizard videos and I didn't do no good with them, but they learned a lot by people like him, people like Cazz did and stuff. I hear him talk about Shy Wizard all the time. And I went and checked him out, but I couldn't learn anything from it. So hopefully we're going to have a series coming up here whenever this map and maybe one more ends. Maybe we can do something special for everybody, but Johnny and them's going to need a little bit of a break after this, because you can tell he's really killing it. He's putting a lot into this. This video here, I think, was, I forgot how long exactly it was. Probably was about 20, 25 minutes, I guess. So I had to speed this one up a little bit. He will be switching back and forth out of his desktop and stuff. And I think one time he did, it was because of the horses and stuff. He actually went to get a building. So you're going to see how he does it. Here's your double entrance, exit area. Actually, that one has three. That, and with all his triggers out near the front, I just love it. It makes it so easy. You ain't got to be driving around the back or messing with a lot of stuff. I mean, look how nice that looks. That's him talking to us now, sharing the pics and stuff. I mean, he literally did all this while he was talking to us. That's mind blowing. Which just shows what you can do once you can wrap your head around this kind of stuff. So here's the cool part. He didn't look like he didn't really like. Now that's nostalgic gamers barn. I love nostalgic gamer stuff, but he didn't really like what Mod Hub, what this GE had. So he's going through mod websites looking for buildings and stuff. It looks like he's fixing to import them in. That's so cool. And that's the one he used on Akahita Island. Not that one, but that one building he had. That's just mind blowing. I literally don't know what to say. I mean, he's sitting there just grabbing up the stuff that he wants and bringing it inside of the map. And that's just cool. Looked like he grabbed that one from Ravenport. I tell you, it's just, I love watching them work, especially at 2x or so, because, I mean, some of this stuff can get really lengthy. It looks like he's going blistering fast, but I mean, I don't know if he sped it up or not any during his putting this video up on YouTube, but and he's got a really natural feel with the trees too. It's not just one tree type busting it out there. I'm assuming that's the walk area for the animals. And I think they said everything is error free right now. I've seen them in chat. So all this has been done, all this kind of stretching stuff on what it has been, and they're running error free. He's got the multiple entrances again. Johnny, you sure make this crap look easy, man, I tell you. Like I said, if you are new to modding, or if you just want to know more about working with animal placeables and stuff, slow it down or visit J&J's YouTube, which I always put a link up for them. If I don't, let me know. I will post a link in the description. If I forget, things happen. Also with Cazz, I'm going to post his YouTube. I'll be posting all of them's Facebook as well as Perran's Facebook as well. He's fixing spline in a bunch of trees. And that was so fast. Okay, so glad I finally got to stop this, and I'm glad it's finally normal. If you see here, it says here is a object's distance between objects. So with that, start point, use point, distance, random order, random placement, random scale, not at terrain. So all this right here is the stuff that he's going into to say, hey, I want it to automatically level with the ground and don't splash out everywhere, so I have to delete you and all that. And he's choosing all these random tree types. If you've seen, he had a bunch of different tree types and stuff selected. Now, when this thing goes off, he is having to move a couple. That's because he drug that spline through the areas. So it's not deleting them. He just moved them over a little bit. And I really wished I could drive through this right now, but I do not have this version of the map yet. But I mean, look at that. You got several different tree types. They're not all really tight and straight road. It's natural. It's really natural looking. And all that done just by tracing in a line and telling him what trees he wanted to be in it and choosing those. Then he sets all them statements in the programming to tell it how he wants to place it and make sure they're level and all that. Boom, drops them in, moves the ones that's in the row, the little pass where he'd take them up through there, and he made that square with them. Moved them out for areas that we got to drive in. And you know, anybody else that was doing this that is not working with spines, you have to understand these people are working. These map modders are working. They're working hard because they're having to do all these trees individually. Excuse me. Like with the Cazz's forest over there, because he did it all. And it's massive. I thought Johnny did it because it looked so natural, which is Cazz took it as a compliment. I'm glad he did because it was beautiful. It was great work that he done. It was very natural looking. It was something that was an involvement from where Cazz used to be as far with a lot of the forest and stuff. I thought was just beautiful. As you can see, there's the cows and stuff, and them walking out in the fields. all over. Okay, so it's back down to 1x. And you see Jim's name there. He's actually fixing to do some storytelling and stuff. But that is going to get us for this episode. I hope y'all like it. This is where everything is on the map and where we're going and stuff. So be sure to comment at the groups and stuff and, and tell everybody, thanks for the hard work and everything. And be sure to like, subscribe, and if you want to do a project like this, reach out. We love to talk to you. Take care and have fun, everybody.